France is a part of the G8 and we have a part in the security.
I think your position paper is great. I can understand your position paper, but I disagree about this part of your paper.
I'm calling for a delegate. It's that there's too much risk.
Does that mean that you're suggesting the creation of an organization that will violate national sovereignty for the prevention of cyber terrorism?
Angola, Argentina.
The relationship between South Korea and North Korea is getting better and better. Relatively ice cap, which has been covering the Korean peninsula for half a century.
Delegates, it is safe to say that most of us have or use computers on a daily basis.
Team Chair, the delegation of Ukraine would like to state that cyber terrorism is an issue worthy of our undivided attention.
We will have 5 more points of information. Delegate of Israel, delegate of Mexico, Mali, Ukraine, and
the world go into chaos. What would the delegate of Vietnam suggest in place of the UNACO?
So if you use that organization well enough, I think we don't have to call for UNACO to make universal laws, which I agree with.
30% of the hospital beds are occupied by AIDS patients aged between 15 and 49. However,
can you please hold it so that Russia and Singapore?
Delegation of Saudi Arabia agrees with the delegate of the Philippines. Cyber threats and cyber terrorism is a growing problem. We will find upcoming resolution. Thank you.
Russia agrees with North Korea's stance that
Asking in our resolution, we call for a review of debt-relief programs such as the HFEC initiated in Opera Clause 9.
Getting rid of them, right? But putting that outcome into competitive companies in the world, then the increased employment rates into the
If I may,
and they have been met with resistance.
Before military action is taken, we can meet.
Since the end of World War II, the United Nations has worked to foster dialogue among people of all nations. From the beginning, the United Nations has recognized that educating the next generation is vital to ensure lasting peace. Except for a brief hiatus, high school students as well. Last year, over 200,000 people.
Foreign School Mother Union Conference, and I'd like to tell you guys about what I did there and what I felt. First of all, this annual conference is just like United Nations, that each country has a delegate of maybe 3 or more delegates, and each delegate represent their country and fight for their benefit. And the whole MUN is divided into 3 parts: political, economic, social, and security council. At this conference, which I participated with, which name was Seoul MUN Conference, well, just simply, it was a very complicated progress of making their own resolution and passing it. At this conference, there were delegates from each country, and each delegate had made their own resolution about the issue they were talking about. And in spite of the fact that this was not real, the kids were very aggressive, and they're so aggressive that when a newcomer just went by, they would almost feel like, am I in a real conference or not? Well, on the first day, all the delegates from each country, after that, the debate should close. As a delegate of France for this MUN conference, I think it was a very it meant a lot to me, and I am willing to participate another of these MUN conferences if there is.
Where were you guys supposed to sleep?
I slept over at my at a student over there whose name was Andrew. He was going to graduate soon, and as my friends say, he was I'll say frankly he was very rich. Well, his house was like a castle, and I enjoyed staying over at his home.
Wait, I asked where were you guys supposed to sleep?
Oh, that was where we were supposed to sleep. Homestay. Yeah.
So wasn't it like a hotel?
Oh yeah, but later it sort of changed.
I want to ask what we can learn from this MUN conference, and why do you think this conference is meaningful to us?
By debating over these issues, we could think more widely over world issues, and also we can know how to debate with each other, and that the world is not simple.
At the conference they use very high level and complicated English, so you can learn that you could use that kind of English in other conference or maybe at this meeting.